On this episode of The Geek State, I just bought my tickets to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and just saw the final trailer, and we're going to talk about it.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Stand by alert. This is it.
This podcast has been approved by Jar Jar Binks. This is The Geek State.
All right, so where to begin? Been on vacation, just got back from San Francisco, got to visit Lucasfilm, which was an absolute dream come true, and we'll definitely get into more of that recent trip on our full episode of The Geek State. But Monday Night Football, there are two times of the year that I watch football, and in recent history, it's mostly just been the Super Bowl and then with this new Star Wars trailer. So earlier tonight, got my tickets, so that was taken care of. The nerves and stuff were over. I wasn't scared or worried that I was going to have to either watch the trailer and try to buy tickets at the same time. No worries. That was all easy breezy. Bought actually the first 4 tickets in my theater, which I'm very excited for, but that's not why you're here. We're all pumped up and jazzed for this new trailer because it just came out. So you're probably not going to find groundbreaking, in-depth analysis because it literally just came out and I've only seen it a few times, but I kind of want to walk through it a little bit and just kind of watch it along with you. We've got the Lucasfilm logo, the forest that we've seen before. We've seen Rey in this setting before. She's been training. She drops her helmet. She's running. There's a remote, and then we get Finn. It's an instinct. And it's a feeling, and he's cross-cutting between Rey and she's traveling, she's going someplace, and then there's an awesome shot inside a ship, and this is really that handoff moment that this whole trilogy has been kind of working towards. We've got Poe now. Where's Leia at this point in the story? We don't know, but what we think is happening, because it's, JJ could be pulling a trick on us, but we're inside some sort of ship, some sort of hangar. There is some greenery outside the window, the doorway. So I'm not sure. Lando is in that shot. We see 3PO, a bunch of other Rebel pilots. Finn's giving his inspirational speech, and then we got Rose, and in the background, a really quick shot, we've got Domhnall Gleeson, who is in this movie. that he's obviously some sort of rebel. That's all we know, I guess, at this point. Quick shot of Finn, Poe, and Chewie, and we can see Poe's new X-Wing in the background, the orange one. Ships taking off, blockade runner. There's this awesome shot. This is Death Star wreckage, and this is Rey saying, "People always say that they know me." And then she's saying, "Well, no one does." And then we cut to see what she's seeing, and it's Kylo Ren, and he says, "But I do." Which I think that this is kind of JJ kind of playing with us a little bit. Like, maybe Rey doesn't 100% believe what Kylo had kind of led her to believe. So then after that shot, we cut to what looks like an iceberg. And I thought it was floating in water when I first saw the little teaser on Twitter. But looking at this, the reflection isn't the same. So it's not. It's just and you can see the stars behind it. So this is a big chunk of ice floating in space. And then really closely on the left-hand side, you can see like a civilization, some sort of city. There's some white towers. And I think we actually see this location in a little bit later in the trailer. So these TIE fighters coming towards, and then, oh my gosh, this epic shot of Palpatine's throne. I'm not sure where this is. Is this the ice planet? The background's very cold, but really tonally, this whole trailer, this whole movie has this kind of teal wash. And Palpatine is saying, like, how long I've waited. And then and now there's these, oh my God, there's the Star Destroyers. And then, of course, that awesome shot of all of the fleet. Now, I was wondering when the Falcon comes in a shot. Now, I'm crossing my fingers that the VCX in the back is the Ghost. There's no other reason for them to put it so front and center if that's not the Ghost. Like, I will be upset if they're just like, no, but that's just a common ship. It's just, how there's all these kinds of R2s and stuff. That's ridiculous. In the cockpit, when I watched it on my TV, you can pretty clearly see that in the co-pilot seat is Chewbacca. Pretty sure it's Rey, because the next shot is inside the cockpit, but you never know if that's actually from that same scene, but I think it might actually be. Some more fighting aboard the Death Star, an explosion. There's this cool kind of ocean ship that I'm thinking it kind of looks like fins in there, and I can't, maybe Babu Frick? He's so small, I can never tell. But it is on the same planet where the Death Star is, so. And then and there's Babu Frick, and he's working on 3PO. Babu is the one who made Dio, and so he's obviously doing some stuff. Now, it does look like he's installing that thing that Zori Bliss is holding in that Entertainment Weekly photo. So maybe that's how that part kind of plays into it. Oh, and there's Zori. I didn't even see her. That's crazy. Until just now watching this. And then he says, taking one last look.
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Oh, I lost it. R2's in the trailer, so that's great. There's so much good stuff in this trailer. Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. I'm so incredibly pumped. I'm not sure how valuable this is, but I hope that you can share the excitement. We get that awesome shot. There's 2 shots in here that are awesome. Actually, this whole thing is the inside of the Death Star 2 throne room from Return of the Jedi. There's a showdown there. There's now this white room with these pillars in the back. I don't know where this is or what, but maybe this is that ice planet. They're clearly destroying what looks like Vader's helmet. And then another interesting thing with all of those Star Destroyers, we've got Janna and Finn riding the Urbox, I think is what they're called, down the length of the ships. So that's an interesting thing that they found the fleet before it had launched. And then when we see that back shot of the Emperor, he's in some sort of chair that I think, based on the few frames that he's actually in here, that he is on some sort of levitating chair that's raised up and it's moving towards Rey just a little bit. So, and then the ending with Luke and Leia. Oh my God. You guys, Geek State, I hope you got your tickets. There is so much to unpack that I know that over the course of the next few days, when we can actually really freeze frame and look at those shots of that hangar bay and all those people that are in there, and just get to see more of this. The new poster came out. It's awesome. It's just a great time to be a Star Wars fan. We've got less than a month till The Mandalorian. So just wanted to jump on and put this out there. We are recording a brand new episode of the podcast, the full podcast with Jamie. I asked him to be here and he was available until I told him what we'd be doing, what I'd wanted to do. And he's watched the trailer but he doesn't want to over speculate and analyze, because that's how he likes to enjoy movies. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna hop on. I'm gonna do this little thing solo, and I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. It's if not, this was just a good outlet for myself to be able to share my excitement for it. Check over on Facebook. I posted on our Facebook page the reaction that I had while watching it for the very first time, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. So from all of us here at the Geek State, stay excellent to each other, and we'll see you next time.